Hello again, YouTube. Guess what I've come across today? Well, I came across this video that was basically saying like all this bullshit that tattoos like affect your life in a certain way, that like if you get, say, for argument's sake, a satanic symbol tattooed on your wrist or whatever, apparently getting that done will make you a destructive person and a bad person and all this other bullshit. Now it's this Indian guy that's coming out with all this rubbish. He's on about like tattoos should only ever be done by monks. I don't believe that. I believe that tattoos should only be done by someone who is capable of doing them and capable of doing them properly. And he's coming out with all this utter bullshit, saying that it's fucking, it's this and that and the other, and he's only coming out with negatives. That's the thing. I mean, as most of you know, in my tattoo videos I'll say, yep, tattoos are good to fight for these reasons. You get to express yourself. It's a work of art. It's a form of art. Your tattoo is personal to you if you've drawn it yourself and all that rubbish. So it's personal to you, and it's there forever. So I mean, I heard about this story that this guy, a soldier who was fighting out in Afghanistan. Now, this is not my words. I'm quoting right now. All you saw out there was how can I put this? Like sand, basically. Sand, just constant, certain colours and not really bright stuff. So what he did was, on this part of his arm, he just got this massive, beautifully big, colourful piece. And he got that done, went back out, just so he had something colourful to look at. Now, if you can see the negativity in that tattoo, I'd like a video response, or a message, or a link, or whatever, or a comment. Just do whatever you want. If you can find a negativity in that, show me it. Show anyone it. Personally, I don't believe that there's many negatives in getting a tattoo, apart from the fact of it's harder to get a job, harder than it already is. So that's one negative. People do treat you differently because the art of tattooing started, well, is more like years and years ago, or was known for sailors, prostitutes, and thugs, like biker gangs basically. Those three things is what they were known for. So some people still have that ideology of it, that tattoos are wrong and shouldn't happen and shit like that. I've come across loads of videos like this, people saying that you shouldn't get tattoos, they're bad for you and all that rubbish. And this guy was on about, he was, I think, don't quote me on this, but he was basically saying the tattoo artist needs to pierce the first layer of your skin and all that shit. And I'm just sort of sitting here like, well, fucking obviously, it's not a pen that just doesn't wash off. It needs to pierce your skin. That's one of the other downsides and negatives about a tattoo. I mean, as you can see, I've not got my elbows tattooed because they hurt. I've had blank needles run over there, and yeah, they fucking hurt for me. Some people they don't hurt for, but for me it hurts. So that's one negative in my eyes. If a tattoo could be done with minimum pain or no pain, then yeah, that'd be great. But it's basically a steel spike that is piercing your skin. I don't quote me on this, but I heard once that it was like 30,000 times a minute, depending on what part what bit of the power supply is set on, like what voltage or whatever. So 30,000 times a minute is either the average or something that people use for like doing lines or just the colouring and on it, or shit like that. Either way. So that's what my thoughts were on that video. So just to give you a basic rundown, It's bullshit. It is basic bullshit. It is class A crap, basically. Because the only, like, yeah, going back to that, getting a tattoo done, you need to pierce the skin, because it's essentially staining the skin. If all you did was stain the top layer of skin, your skin sheds constantly. If any of you know basic human biology, you will know this already. The skin constantly sheds. So now there's two things that I've heard. It either just stains the very bottom layer of your skin, or like one of the deep layers of your skin, or it stains the fat deposit under the skin, like the little thin fat deposit, which gives it the sort of like, which keeps it there basically. So that's the two things that I've heard. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on it, but either way, if you see the video, the guy's a dick and he's coming out with random bullshit. 2 seconds, can I have a cigarette? Thank you very much.
Didn't become optional, did it?
No. Thank you. Sorry about that. I am low on nicotine. But yeah, I mean, my friend, who is literally sat just there, hello.
Hello?
She's just got her first tattoo today.
You want me to put it on?
Yeah. In fact, I will show you guys her first tattoo. Look at this. Where is it? There it is. That's her first tattoo that she just got done. Right? Now, according to that guy, getting that tattoo, that's what? A music note and a crescent moon. So according to that guy, she's either going to turn into a werewolf, or she's going to become a world-class musician, or she's going to become a musical werewolf. So, that's her tattoo. And according to that guy, I've got a rose there, and I've got a rose in a coffin, and I've got skulls, and I've got, oh, that's a new tattoo that I got, by the way. Got all that done. So I've got loads of skulls and roses, and I've even got a rose in the back of my hand. So according to that guy, I'm going to turn into a rose that has a skull either at the bottom of it, middle of it, or at the top of it. Thank you. That sits in a coffin all day. So I think that's pretty funny. And
an undead plant pot.
I'm going to become an undead plant pot. That's it. Mr. Living Dead 13 is becoming an undead plant pot, ladies and gentlemen. So if you find the video, check it out, and it might just give you as much of a laugh as I got. Either way, this is Mr. Living Dead 13 signing off from YouTube once again.